Hey guys, welcome to Chaos Unfiltered. I'm your host, Abby, and today we are going to be talking about my recent Nashville trip. And I say recent, but by the time this actually releases, it's probably going to be like 3 or 4 weeks ago when I had my Nashville trip. But I just want to do a recap. It was a very fun weekend. We were only there for like a day and a half, if you really think about it. We got there Friday by like 4 p.m. and we left early Sunday morning. So, not there super long, but still a ton of fun. I had a great time. So, I just want to talk about it, right? First off, where I live, it's a pretty quick drive to get to Nashville. It's like 4 hours away. So we did drive. We didn't take my car. My car's check engine light's on, and I don't even know why it's on. And so we took my friend's car. Less space. It's fine. There was five of us in the car, so I mean we were in there deep, but it wasn't that bad. We were all good. The drive back was a little tougher, obviously. I just feel like we were all like just wanted to get out of the car. Coming back just always is the worst from a vacation. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Like getting there, great fun. Like the ride did feel like it took forever to get there, but we made a pit stop and went to some like petting zoo type situation. You could feed the animals. I don't know. It was actually a lot of fun to go do that, and we had to kill some time anyways because the Airbnb you can't get in until 4 p.m. and we were gonna get there earlier. And then we stopped at a Buc-ee's. I personally had never been to a Buc-ee's before. It honestly wasn't that busy because we went midday on a Friday, so everyone else was at work, stuff like that. And when we drove past it on our way home on Sunday morning, oh my god, it was backed up to the interstate to try and get to a Buc-ee's, which is crazy to me. But whatever. I did not really understand the hype of it, to be honest. I know they have a lot of like different food that like most gas stations don't have, all of that. I don't know, places like that just like are so overwhelming to me. I just don't think they're cool to go see. Like I one time went to a Jungle Gyms and I was so excited for it, and then I got in there and I was like so stressed out and overwhelmed because there's just so many people and just so much, and I'm like I we were there for like maybe 10, 15 minutes and I had to leave. Like I just can't handle that stuff. And I don't know. I just feel like there's more fun things to do, but hey, I'd never been. I can say I've been to one now. Will I go back? Probably not, but that's fine. We got to the Airbnb. We got very lost. The instructions on where to park were incredibly confusing, and they used this app that you had to scan your phone to open the gates and stuff like that. So it was very safe, which was great. Unfortunately, there was like 3 or 4 parking garages that you could get into, and we kept going into them, and we were like, "Yep, nope, it's not this one." So we finally found the correct one, and I think it took us like 20, 25 minutes to find the correct one. All of that. So it took a second. Got our parking, great. Then we had to lug everything in. Thankful for one of my friends who lugged in the very heavy bag because I would not have done that. But shout out to her, she also lugged it out. It was a little less heavy on the out because, we did drink some of the stuff and all of that. So we get to the Airbnb, and honestly, it's such a nice Airbnb, and we did not pay that much. And it was like a 10-minute walk to Broadway. So very close. It was like 6 minutes from the venue that they were going to go see for the concert. So we left the car the whole weekend we were there. Like, we didn't take the car, we just walked everywhere, which was great. Saved us some money there, right? Because one thing about Nashville is like Nashville is very expensive to go to. I think everyone should experience Nashville. It's very fun in my opinion. If you like to drink stuff like that, it's fun. I feel like if you're not really a drinker, I don't know, like that's kind of the whole vibe of Broadway, right? Is to drink. So if you don't want to drink, Nashville just isn't for you, or that part of Nashville. Like that's the only part of Nashville I've really experienced. There's probably other parts of Nashville that I haven't experienced, right? But Nashville drinks, Broadway is very expensive. Like I spent $90 on 5 Vegas bombs at a bar. Like that's crazy. And they weren't even that good. But, it's fine. It's the experience and I have fun. And I kind of like trying like their specialty cocktails at different bars, stuff like that. I went to a lot of bars this time, which is totally different from the last time I went. The last time I went, I was 21, and we didn't go to a ton. I will say once we got to Broadway this time, it was very underwhelming. The first time I went, I was just like so kind of overwhelmed, and I was like, wow, this place is huge, stuff like that. Broadway is huge, but I guess it just didn't feel the same as the first time, which is fine. Um, Friday night, we were just exploring different bars, stuff like that. Saturday, I mean, we were out at like 11 noon to the bars, stuff like that, and was hanging out. So Saturday was a day of drinking, to be honest. Friday night was a lot more chill. We went to a few places. My favorite bar actually was the Morgan Wallen bar on Friday night. I thought that was so much fun. It was a really big vibe. I did. I wish he got a better location because he's off of Broadway, so he's not directly on Broadway. So like the rooftop part is a little underwhelming, but the performers there were great. The one on the first floor actually kicked a dude out because he was being weird with some of these girls. And you know what? We love performers that are there that like watch those things and like get security on those things. At least I do. Then we went back to the Airbnb, honestly, pretty early, I would say, and we were trying to teach ourselves how to play poker because my friends want to learn. I have watched poker games before, but I myself have never played poker. If we were playing correctly, I did great, though. I do not think we were playing correctly the whole time, though, and I did, like, Google something. I was like, yeah, no, like, we have to do this, all of that. But it's fine. I still had fun. I think it'll be fun to learn to do something like that, so whatever. Saturday, we woke up, went to this pancake place that had a long-ass line, but honestly, the line did not take long at all. Like, I think we were in line for, like, 20 minutes, which was really surprising with how long the line was. And that place was so good. We had dinner at a barbecue place on Friday. We're like, yeah, Nashville, like, barbecue, it's gonna be good. It was not good. I don't remember the name of the place, but not good. This pancake place, though, really good. I had a mimosa. The mimosa was okay, but when in Nashville, I feel like you gotta start drinking early. I mean, before we even left the apartment, I did a tequila shot, so I was just vibing. I was just having a good time. Like, I don't drink that much anymore. I feel like recently I have been drinking more just because I've just been doing so many activities. I have gone out with friends. We went on a trip. I have a concert next weekend. Like, just those things that, like, you don't have to drink, right? But, like, it does make it fun if you drink. So, after the pancake place, whatever, we went to Broadway. We explored some more. Me and my one friend, we actually ditched the other three just because they were going to go. I think they wanted to go to shops and stuff. And I was like, no, like, I don't really want to do that. So, we ended up going to Posty's bar, which is honestly pretty chill during the day. One thing I will say about Nashville is, like, the rooftop bars are, like, the reason you go. So, you want to be on the rooftop. Unfortunately, you have to climb up 6 flights of stairs to get to the rooftop. They do have elevators for some of them, but then sometimes they don't. The elevators won't let you go all the way to the rooftop because they have to check your ID because you can only be a certain age going to the rooftop. And if you're going during the day, like, kids are allowed there. So, which is kind of weird when I, like, saw it and all of that. But you definitely get your steps in. Like, I can say I missed the gym for 2 days, but I was on the Stairmaster getting to the top bars every fucking day. Like, I did not look at how many steps I had, but I probably had so many. And I mean, just walking around Broadway, you're walking the whole time, right? Like, you are just going to different bars. One thing I was trying to, like, get good at on Saturday was, like, hey, I don't need to, like, drink this alcoholic beverage super fast. Like, we can chill here and we can vibe. Like, I don't know, whenever I get, like, an alcoholic beverage, I'm like, I don't want to hold it, I don't want to keep it, so I just, like, chug it. So I was trying really hard to, like, pace myself in that kind of scenario, and I was sticking to mostly tequila, just because I feel like, I've just been really into tequila recently. I feel like tequila doesn't get me hungover. I like the taste of tequila. I'm the only one in my friend group that likes the taste of tequila, though, so I was like, you want to try my drink? And they were trying, like, it's tequila. And I was like, well, yeah, it's tequila, but, whatever. I will say I wore cowboy boots that had a heel the whole time. And after the first night, my feet hurt so bad. But after I, woke up the next day, they were perfectly fine. But God, did they hurt at first. And I didn't want to wait. Our Airbnb had a slow-ass fucking elevator. And I think it's just because so many people were getting on and off, stuff like that. So it just took for fucking ever. So I, semi-drunk on Friday, walked up all 6 flights of stairs at our Airbnb. And because I wanted to see if I could beat the ones waiting for the elevator. I did, but I regretted every moment of it after. So around 4 o'clock on Saturday, we ended up going to Aldine's. We ate some food, stuff like that, because my friends had to start getting ready for the concert. So they went back to the Airbnb. We actually went back too. So we're like, we don't need to be on Broadway all day. Let's go get my friend's jacket because she was cold. Maybe drink at the Airbnb just because we have liquor there and we can save some money, right? They ended up getting ready. I was on my Snapchat and I saw someone else that I know from where I live was in Nashville, and I was like, that's crazy that you're here at the same time, all that. So they hit me up and they're like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm just here with friends, stuff like that. They were there for a bachelor party, all of that. So we were kind of made plans to hang out later in the night. We'll see, right? It's Nashville, so there's so many bars, and they're like, we're going here, and I was like, I don't like those bars, come here. But he has a whole bachelor party with him, so the odds of getting the whole bachelor party to come are pretty slim, right? Anyways, it's 4:30, 5 o'clock. They have left for the concert, and I was feeling it. I had a decent amount of liquor, and so I was like, I think I just take a nap before we go out again, right? Recover, rally, let's do this thing. So I ended up taking a nap. I was on FaceTime with the guy forever before I ended up taking a nap, though. And it was just funny. And they wanted us to come pregame with them, but they were an Uber ride away from Broadway while we could walk to Broadway. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. If you want to hang out, I'll see you on Broadway, right? Whatever. Took a nap, woke up, my alarm went off. I was like, shit, I really don't want to go out. But I did because I'm not always in Nashville, right? So, I want to enjoy the nightlife. I want to be out. I just want to have fun. I've just been in such a better mood recently. I've just been more positive. I've been more outgoing. And I've just been living life. And I love that for myself. And I love seeing that growth in myself because it took me a few months to get to where I'm at now, right? And so I just want to have fun. My friend really didn't feel like going out, and I was like, come on, let's go. Got her out of bed. We're good. I take another shot before we leave because I might as well, right? We get out. I'm excited. One of the other great things I like about Nashville is just, the pictures that you can get in Nashville. So we took some pictures, stuff like that. By we, I mean she took pictures of me because I love getting pictures of myself. I love new photos, stuff like that. So that was one of the things. One of the other friends said that were with us. They were like, she's always taking photos. And yeah, you just always have to be ready for me to whip out my phone, turn it around, and you're potentially in the background. That's just who I am. I will always take photos of myself. So, and others. If I see a good opportunity, I'm like, yeah, let me take a photo of you. This is a great lighting. I don't know. I just want people to do that for me. So if I see the opportunity, I do it for them. I think our first stop, I wanted to go to Florida Georgia Lines. I could not find it because my friend recommended it and she was like, the basement's so much fun, all that. I could not find Florida Georgia Line. We went to a different one that I don't think was Florida Georgia Line because there was no basement. Still not sure whose it was. I kind of need to Google that and figure it out, but I don't care that much. So we ended up at Postie's again. Postie's in the day is so much different than Postie's at night. Postie's first floor at night is such a vibe. It is a club. It is so much fun. I was having the time of my life. Honestly, we didn't even get drinks. I didn't drink the whole Saturday night after going back out, which I still had a great time. And I love that. My friend, I could tell, wasn't that into it. She probably just didn't want to be there, right? I ended up getting a call from the guy that I hit up or whatever, and he was like, we're here. Or he asked where we were at or whatever, and I told him. And so I was like, I don't know if he's going to show up, whatever. I ended up, me and my friend were going to go to the bathroom at Posties. I run into him. And I was like, oh, okay, so, like, you did show up. Great, like, all of that. Was going to go to the bathroom. The line for the bathroom at Posties was so long, and I was like, do I really need to pee? And I thought about it, and I was like, no. So we went back up. Don't know where he went. I messaged him just to, like, see, because, like, our plan was to meet up, and look, I'm not going to lie, I think the dude's attractive, so hey, when in Nashville, right? So I end up finding him again. We're hanging out. I end up leaving my friend for a second because he said he was going to buy me a drink, all that. But then the bartender's like, we're not paying attention to us, all that. And we were like, fine, that's whatever. So he introduces me to the whole, like, bachelor party. I go hang out with them. And he's like, where's your friend? And I was like, I don't know. Like, let me text her because, like, I'm big on, like, knowing where they are and stuff like that. Like, we're at an age now that I'm okay if we, like, separate as long as we're good, right? If I was, like, shit-faced, I would not be leaving my friend. If my friend was shit-faced, I would not be leaving her. But we were both sober. So, like, I was good. She was good. So why not, right? I end up finding her. She's like, I just don't feel good, all of that. And I was like, hey, like, if you don't want to stay, that's fine. Like, I'll stay. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. If my parents are listening to this, I mean, I'm still alive, so I was fine. They probably won't like hearing that I stayed out alone, but that's whatever. It's neither here nor there, right? So she's like, okay, if you're good, I'll go home, whatever. We walk out of the bar together because the guy ended up leaving with his group. And I texted him, I was like, where are you at? And it took us like 5 minutes to have a conversation where I could understand where he was at, because he just kept telling me he was across the street. And I was like, this is what's across the street. And he was like, I'm not at that bar. And I was like, then where are you at? And he was talking about the other street. So miscommunication. Stood on the line, whatever, left, parted my friend. She went back to the Airbnb. I stood in line, met up with him again. And I stayed with that group the whole night, which, I mean, it's kind of a fun story to tell, right? Because they're there for a bachelor party, and I just crashed the bachelor party. So, love that for me. The guy was super sweet the whole night, stuff like that. Like, we were having fun, we were dancing, all of that. Fun vibe, all of his friends were nice. We went to a shit ton of different bars. And no complaints, right? Honestly, I think the best thing about the night was, like, I don't know, I guess I'm not used to having a guy that's, like, protective, like, making sure you're good, always making sure you're, like, there, stuff like that. And just, like, anytime we would walk up the stairs, anytime, like, we were moving, like, he would grab my hand, I would go in front of him, or, like, I would be behind him, but we would be holding hands the whole time. Like, he, like, knew I was there and knew I was safe. And, like, I have never been in that situation with a guy. Like, not to bash my exes or anything like that, but, like, maybe I'm bashing a little bit, right? But that has never happened. Like, the last bar experience I had with a man, when we went to a different bar, him and his buddy went way far ahead, and I was just kind of, like, walking by myself with his friend group, but I also didn't know them that much, so I was just, like, by myself, and it was very uncomfortable. So, one, I appreciate this dude's friends, like, all being cool, chill, stuff like that, and I appreciate this guy for, like, just making sure I'm good, and, like, also making sure I'm right there, right? Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just not used to it, so, like, and that is, like, so sad to say that you're like, oh yeah, you're not used to someone, like, just staying with you, making sure you're good, stuff like that, especially a guy. Like, no, I'm not. Like, which is so fucking sad. I don't know. At least I think it's sad. I mean, I chose the people I dated, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, it was a fun night. I ended up parting ways with them because obviously they had to Uber home. And I was like, no, I'm going to walk. Because I can't walk, right? And the walk was fine. The walk was safe. Saw some homeless people, you know, but I like... Also, it's not my first rodeo. Ha, get it? Nashville rodeo. Anyways, so, like, one, I know, like, if you do feel uncomfortable, like, I texted my friend that I was on my way home because I figured she would still be up anyways. And I was like on Snapchat. I like, if I did feel uncomfortable, which I didn't, like, pretend to be on your phone, right? Pretend to be talking to someone. Like, those are really big safety skills, all of that. Like, and the guy did ask, he was like, do you want me to walk you, like, as far as I can, stuff like that? Because they have to leave. So, like, I'm not expecting him to walk me home, anything like that. Like, I stayed out. I could Uber back, but I also, like, I don't feel safe Ubering alone. Like, I feel safer walking alone, which is crazy to think about. But he did text me, like, while I was walking home. He was like, please text me when you're back, like, so I know you're safe, all of that. And I was like, that's so sweet. Like, I don't know, something I'm also not used to, okay? Like, So, like, when this launches, like, I don't know, we'll see. Because me and him vibed, but he was also drunk. Also, it was just like we're in the same town. And he is from where I am from, too. But you can flirt, you can do all of that when you're on vacation, stuff like that. But then, like, real life hits, right? Reality hits again when you're at home. And yeah, it seemed like we had a lot of, like, similarities, stuff like that. But I don't know, life gets in the way. It's, are both sides willing to make an effort? I don't know. I'm literally recording this the day I got back from Nashville. So, like, I've texted him a little bit, but one, I've been busy. Two, he's probably exhausted too. I don't know. I'm not making excuses for him. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if anything happens. I'm not, like, holding hope to it at all. And I think that's something I've been trying to get really good at, right? Like, I am a person that I'm like, I meet someone, I vibe with them, and I'm like, oh, it's all about you. And I'm like, I need to stop that because they're probably not doing that. And also, I'm just restricting myself from maybe better opportunities, better people, stuff like that. Like, if we had gone on a few dates, stuff like that, then, like, that's different. That is a different scenario. But I also think you have to have that talk of, like, is it just us, or, like, are we still talking to other people, right? Like, I think that conversation is really important. And until you have that conversation, it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying that, like, anything about this guy or anything like that. Like, we definitely did not have that conversation. I think he might have dropped that I was his girlfriend to someone a few times at the bar, but I think it's just an easier explanation to be like, yeah, this is, like, the girl I met on, like, that shit's just really fucking confusing. So whatever. And you know what? It's a night out. So sure, I'll be your girlfriend for the night, right? Like, we vibed, we had fun. Got home at like 2 a.m. on Saturday. We are leaving. Like, my friend was like, Abby, I don't care, like, what you do, anything like that. She goes, but we are leaving at 9:45. So if you are not here, packed, and at the car at 9:45, we will be leaving you. And I was like, I will be there. Like, I've never been that reckless that, like, I have been a little reckless, okay, in the past. But I don't, not like when we're out of the state, stuff like that. I feel like if we would have been in the state, like, it would have been a totally different scenario, like, of what would have happened, right? But we were not in the state. I was like, no, I need to go home, stuff like that. So I got home at like 2 a.m. I thought I was super loud, but two of them didn't wake up. One was still awake. The other one was also still awake, just, like, making sure I got home. And, like, thankful for them. Like, I love having those friends that, like, will stay up for that. Like, love that. My dad will do that too sometimes if he knows I'm out, to just make sure I'm safe and good. And those people are really important to have in life. So, anyways, got home, went to bed. I was like, I gotta be up early. My alarm's gonna go off at 7 a.m. anyway, so I can take my medication. So, lay in bed, go to sleep. These beds were so fucking comfortable, by the way. I did not mention that. I've had some very bad experiences with Airbnb just not being comfortable, and these were so nice. Like, I slept so well, and I don't know. It was just so comfortable. My alarm goes off. I take my medication anyways. I'm like, I should get up and pack, but I don't because my friend's still asleep, all of that. And I was like, whatever. Like, we don't have to leave till, like, checkout's at 10 a.m. So I have time. I think I get up at, like, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I actually, like, pack stuff like that. It doesn't take me long. Like, when I go out of town, like, I live in my suitcase. Also, we were only there for a day and a half. Yes, I'm an overpacker because I'm not a person like plans which outfits I'm gonna wear. I'm like, ooh, this would be cute, this would be cute, this would be cute. I ended up wearing a decent amount of what I brought, but I also ended up wearing my friend's shirt. So like I don't know, right? We pack, we leave, and the drive home was honestly not that bad. It did feel very long, but I also just think it's like reality hits, right? Like, oh, tomorrow's Monday, we all have to go back to work, like it's no longer fun. So it kind of is a little sad, right? And I mean, here we are now. Like I'm recording a podcast about it. So, I mean, I would rate that whole Nashville trip like probably a 9 out of 10. Like I had a blast. I will say, this is what I forgot to mention. I like opened the door in the morning for the Airbnb because me and my friend were in the bedroom, and then like there's like 2 beds in the living room. There's not actually a couch or anything like that. And one of them was like, "Oh, you're actually here?" And I was like, "Guys, like, yes, I'm actually here. You guys really didn't think I was gonna come home last night? Like, shit." I was like, I got back at 2 a.m. Like, I was good. I had fun. I didn't drink the whole time I was with him, anything like that. Like, I was just vibing. I don't know. I think my friends are in, like, different parts of their lives, stuff like that. Besides one of them. But she's just not really, like, goes out, stuff like that. And, like, I don't know. Like, I've just been trying to be more outgoing, more, like, putting myself out there. So, like, I don't think I would have ever done that in the past. Now, I also had to, like, I didn't know this guy that well, to be honest. So it was also like you gotta trust the vibes when you first meet, when you're on, like, FaceTime, stuff like that, and see. And the vibes were good, like, all of that. So I was like, no, like, I'm good. And, yeah. So, overall, great weekend. I had a lot of fun. The car ride was obviously my least favorite because I was in the back seat. I was just little space. And when you're in a car ride anyways, like, you're just trying to move around, trying to get comfortable, and, like, you're just, like, your back starts hurting. It sucks. But, yeah. Love my Nashville trip. Had a ton of fun. I definitely recommend going to Nashville if you haven't gone and you do like going to bars, stuff like that. Like, their bars are just so cool there. And it really is an experience thing. Yes, it is expensive, so just, like, be aware of that. But you also don't have to go to the bars to drink. You can go and hang out and just, like, vibe. Like, all Saturday night, like, I went to different bars with them, but I didn't drink. I don't think anyone in that party really drank, but I think they had been drinking for a while, and so a lot of them were already drunk, so they didn't need to drink anymore. But yeah, go out, have fun, do some different experiences, guys. Like, you only live this life once, right? So put yourself out there and travel. I think traveling is amazing. I think everyone should do it. It's something I want to do more of. Like, I've already been to Nashville, but it had been a while. And just, like, those quick vacations, right? Like, I took a Friday off. I was back by Sunday, and I'm back to work on Monday. Sometimes even, like, you work Friday, you leave Friday night, you get back Sunday. Like, I don't know, like, do those small little, like, fun things. I think that's, I don't know, be spontaneous, in my opinion. But thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you tune into the next episode. Bye.